on the ground. Game on, it's about to go down. A juke can shake it all up. My moves make 'em run them up.
We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at Lumen Field here in the Soto District of Seattle. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New England Patriots and the Seattle Seahawks. That'll be taken about a yard deep, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Stepping up, he'll try, and right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot, and that time he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down. Out of the gun, Goff. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by the Seahawk defense. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
It's 3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. They went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. Now left side on the swing pass. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
The Seahawks 14-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Goff. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
And this is caught at the 8. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. They go for it on 4th and goal, but that winds up incomplete. The veteran Stephon Gilmore able to break that one up. Certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll run. It's Dobbins. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up
on 3rd down. Here's Dobbins. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd medium winds up being a good one.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
From the gun, Winston. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Coleman. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
For Pete Carroll, by the way, his ties to the Patriots go deeper than that heartbreaking loss in Super Bowl 49. He was actually the Patriots head coach for 3 years. Some people forget that, 97, 98, and 99. And he had some degree of success as they went 27 and 21 in those 3 seasons.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there. So shall we say a bold decision to go for it, and that bold decision does not pay off.
And when you talk about bold, you're saying all caps?
All caps.
Yeah, without a doubt. Maybe they're telling their defense they have a lot of faith in them. I mean, that's how you have to spin it, is that you tell your defense, you know something? We were able to go for it there because you guys are so good, I'm not worried about things. That's the only explanation I can come up with.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Pats have taken the early lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Seahawks take over first.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good. But when you know he's got the lane, and there he goes. The 30, 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. J.K. Dobbins with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Seahawks are now just an extra point away from moving out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Goff on first down. Flushed out right. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away and it's second down. From the gun, here's Goff. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, a one-point game, 7-6. Looking long for Thomas. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
This is taken at the 15. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's Dobbins. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
The ball carrier.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Play action now. Winston sliding out of the pocket. He'll run it. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Winston. Smith catches left side. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
Made at the 38-yard line.
From the 38, Goff. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
New England on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Now Goff. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Anthony Walker, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. They are going for it. Goff. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former Husky, Marcus Peters. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
At the 30-yard line.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
He was brought down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, He expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former Husky, Marcus Peters. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Pick six is starting to be old hat for Peters. He had 3 of these to lead the NFL in 2019, and he comes up with another here. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 8. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Eluding the pressure right. He'll check this one down to Taylor. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. David Moore, the intended target, but it's going to be second down. Throwing again is gone. Reception here by Ruggs. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Flush to his right. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Benny Snell, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Patriots move back within a couple of the lead. So Goff will lead his guys up to the line to go for the 2-point conversion. Again, Goff. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the all-pro Stephon Gilmore.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back and get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case here. That's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked on by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run?
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. He's at the 50. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Tevin Coleman. As the first half is winding down. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. On first down, Goff. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A shotgun snap for Goff. And yet again, Goff is intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Touchdown, Seahawks.
So now 2 pick sixes that he's thrown in this first half of play. Where do you go from here?
Well, number one, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after throwing this second one, and you look like you're still in charge, that you're still the guy, because your team's going to feed off of you. And if you're having your hands on your head or shaking your head and walking with your head down, guess what? They're not going to rally at all.
And able to get this out to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the third quarter is underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now Goff on first down. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 29. It's a big play there for the Patriots. 46 yards. Now a first down throw. Goff. Got it open, man. It's Ruggs. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row. First down.
First down, New England.
From the red zone now. Goff. Flushed out right. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. And caught by Thomas. Touchdown, New England.
Touchdown, New England.
2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Patriots get a score closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you know, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think at any moment I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. On second down now, Dobbins. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Right back to Dobbins on first. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10.
Second and 10 at the Patriots' 33-yard line.
They'll try to draw here with Dobbins.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
While the ultimate result was an incomplete pass, they sure look like a well-coached team because once he got outside of the pocket, the scramble rules come into effect. And a lot of the guys who ran deep routes, they come back closer to the line of scrimmage, and the running back usually runs a check down. He took it deep, and they gave it a big shot and came up unsuccessful. It looked good when it left his foot, but he kind of sliced it a little bit, and he winds up missing it wide right.
On first down, it's gone. And he's got the hook up to Ruggs. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So from the 36 now, first and 10. On the draw is Taylor. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple down inside the 35 to the 34.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup.
It's throwing on second and 8. Goff. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
First and goal.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
Leads to second and goal.
They'll fake the give. Now gone. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. D Ford able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Third and goal and still a long way from the end zone. Gone. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up fourth. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say, if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They'll run here with Dobbins. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Dobbins. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 23 yards the pickup there. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close that.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17 by Bud Dupree. Showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Now a carry for Dobbins. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there, but that only takes them back to where they started. 3rd and 10.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
And they'll try to run the option here. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. And this one is right through. And that will make this a 9-point lead. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, let a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And that is incomplete. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that one that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs and team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Another run here with Dobbins. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from blocking.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Rob Gronkowski, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
Point conversion.
And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
On 1st and 10, Goff. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Out of the gun, Goff. He'll fight his tight end here, Asiasi. It's a gain of 5, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
And it's 3rd down.
From the 50, it's Goff. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Whoever the dive look that time on defense just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Goff throwing again. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory.
The ball carrier.
Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. D Ford in there to get him yet again. That is his third sack tonight. They can't figure him out.
Second down.
Another try after the first down sack. Goff, now a desperation throw deep downfield. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
And Winston lost the football. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
6 yards in the wrong direction that time. Not only that, but it brings up fourth. Fourth down, Winston. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the victory here for Seattle, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they can pick up the fumble or get the interception. And we saw it pay off in this one here.
Yeah, 5 times. They'll remember this one. So for the Seahawks, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Dallas Cowboys next week. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Never a cap, out of the draft, watching me bow. Soon